Number 1. The arrow in plain sight FedEx's secret pointer. You've seen 1,000 times that simple purple and orange FedEx logo. It looks harmless, maybe even friendly. Clean letters, corporate comm. But hidden between the E and the X, a perfect white arrow points forward. Most people never notice it, and that's the point. It's a subliminal message, engineered to live just beneath awareness. A psychological nudge towards speed, direction, and trust, all buried inside blank space. The designer, Lyndon Leader, called it the power of simplicity, but he also admitted it wasn't about beauty. It was about control. Every time you glance at that logo, your brain registers progress, movement, and inevitability without consent. Not all manipulation screams. Some whispers from the negative space. Number 2. The smile that wanted all Amazon's A to Z ambition, a smile. That's all most people see. A soft yellow curve beneath the word Amazon, designed to feel warm and human. But it's not just a smile, it's an arrow. And it stretches from the letter A to Z. It's subtle, but that's what makes it powerful. The message hides in plain sight. Amazon has everything. From your toothbrush to your secrets, the logo says it all. What began as a bookseller's grin evolved into a symbol of domination. It doesn't just promise variety, it promises control. The smile isn't for you. It's the company's smirk, watching as your habits, clicks, and cravings turn into data points. So yes, it smiles, because it already knows what you'll want next. Number 331 Frozen in frosting Baskin-Robbins, hidden number pink and blue. Playful, sweet, and nostalgic. The Baskin-Robbins logo feels like childhood in a cone. But look closer at the B and the R. There, in the pink shapes, hides a number 31. It's a nod to their original slogan, 31 flavors, one for every day of the month. But the real story behind that number isn't all sprinkles and smiles. In the 1940s, Irv Robbins' father ran an ice cream shop where one of his workers died after falling into a vat of hot syrup. The tragedy haunted him, and when he launched Baskin-Robbins years later, he swore his ice cream would make people forget the bad. That cheerful 31 wasn't just a promise of flavor. It was an escape from the memory of something boiling, bitter, and real. Number 4. The Bitten Apple Innocence legend and a dark myth is one of the most recognized logos on Earth, a half-bitten apple. Simple, elegant, iconic. But behind that clean silhouette lurks a story most people never question. Some say it honors Alan Turing, the father of modern computing, who died after biting into an apple laced with cyanide. His crime? Being gay, in a time when that was punishable. Apple's founders never confirmed it, but the resemblance was too striking to ignore, a symbol of knowledge, poisoned by persecution. The apple also ties back to another story, the biblical fruit, that brought knowledge, temptation, and exile. So whether it's a forbidden fruit from Eden or Turing's final bite, the logo whispers the same truth. Knowledge gives power. But it always comes with a cost. Number 5. The siren on your cup, Starbucks seductive, symbol you see her every morning. Green, serene, wrapped around your latte like a friendly emblem of comfort. But that twin-tailed mermaid, the Starbucks siren, was never meant to make you feel safe. Her origins come from a 16th century Norse woodcut, where she's depicted holding her two tails apart, luring sailors to their doom. A symbol of seduction and destruction. The founders of Starbucks chose her deliberately to represent the irresistible pull of coffee. They wanted a siren who could lure customers the same way sailors were drawn to shipwreck. Over time, they softened her features, covered her body, made her smile gentler. But look closely, she's still staring straight at you, still calling you in. Every cup whispers the same promise. You'll come back tomorrow. Number 6. The mountain that hides a bare Toblerone silent witness. That jagged chocolate peak Toblerone looks harmless enough. A Swiss mountain, a nod to the Matterhorn, crisp against gold foil. But inside the snowy outline hides something else. Look closer. There, in the white space, a bear climbs upward. It's a tribute to Bern, Switzerland, the city of bears, where Toblerone was born. But it's also a ghost of something older. In medieval Bern, real bears were caged in pits as a tourist spectacle, often starved or killed for entertainment. The animal became the city's symbol not of pride, but of dominance. That cheerful mountain and bear logo? It's a monument to captivity, wrapped in honey and nougat. You taste sweetness, but its story tastes a little more like iron and fur. Number 7. The peacock that won't look away, NBC's colorful reminder, a rainbow of colors. 6 feathers fanning out in perfect symmetry. NBC's peacock logo feels bright, proud, and harmless, a celebration of color television. But pride was only part of the story. When NBC introduced the peacock in 1956, it wasn't just to show off color. It was a weapon of marketing trick. Back then, NBC's parent company, RCA, sold color TVs. The peacock's vivid feathers weren't for art. They were designed to make black and white viewers feel left behind, outdated, to push them to buy what they didn't need. Even the way it looks at you, always facing right, never blinking, was intentional. A symbol of vanity and consumption, staring toward the future. It wasn't about beauty or pride. It was about manipulation wrapped in a smile of color. Number 8. The 3-pointed star, Mercedes promise, a control sleek, metallic, timeless. The Mercedes-Benz logo, a 3-pointed star inside a circle, feels like pure luxury. But its meaning goes far deeper than elegance. The 3 points represent domination, land, sea, and air. It was the company's early 20th century vision of mechanical conquest, a time when engines were tools of empire and power meant control over every element of the world. The logo emerged from wartime ambition. During both World Wars, Mercedes built engines for bombers, submarines, and tanks. The star, mobility, became a literal symbol of destruction. After the wars, they polished it, plated it, sold it back to the world as status and prestige. But behind that smooth chrome lies a star once forged for conquest, now worn as a badge of pride. Number 9. The 4 rings, Audi's union, and industrial echoes, 4 silver rings, linked in perfect harmony, Audi's emblem of unity and precision. But that harmony hides a grim chapter of history. The rings represent 4 companies that merged in 1932 to form Auto Union. One of them, Horch, was a pioneer in luxury vehicles. Another, DKW, specialized in small cars and motorcycles. Together, they fueled Germany's industrial rise and later, its war machine. During World War II, Auto Union used forced labor from concentration camps. Thousands of prisoners built engines beneath those very rings. Decades later, Audi admitted its past in a quiet report buried beneath press releases about innovation. So when you see those rings smooth and shining, remember, unity isn't always purity. Sometimes it's chains polished into chrome. Number 10. A Wolfsburg marked the car logo, born in 1930s Germany, Volkswagen's round, blue and white logo feels clean, simple, and trustworthy, the emblem of the people's car. But its origins are rooted in a darker era. In 1938, the company was founded under the Nazi regime, designed to make cars affordable while supporting Hitler's vision of industrial supremacy. Factories were built using forced labor, with prisoners working under brutal conditions. The VW logo, designed to represent efficiency and unity, became an innocent face on a vehicle tied to oppression and war. The modern brand has moved on, its logo polished and marketed globally. Yet every time that circle spins on a wheel, it carries history in its symmetry, a reminder that even the most familiar symbols can hide sinister beginnings. Conclusion: logos that whisper in plain sight. Every logo you see daily, from your morning coffee to your car in the driveway, carries a shadowed history. FedEx's arrow nudges your brain. Amazon smiles while monitoring your desires. The apple bite hints at forbidden knowledge and loss. Even chocolate peaks and peacock feathers hide stories of captivity, manipulation, and control. These symbols were designed to sell, to dominate, or to memorialize tragedy, often in ways you'll never consciously notice. They teach us a subtle truth. Familiarity doesn't equal innocence. Comfort can be built on history, sometimes dark, sometimes deadly. Next time you glance at a logo, pause. Look closer. You may not see just a brand. You may see the story someone tried to hide in plain sight.